Greetings, it's Michaela. So I just thought to share a little story from last night that was a little, like, I'm gonna say kind of disconcerting, didn't feel amazing, and that I thought would maybe just be helpful both for myself for the future and also for others regarding your doctors. So I met or re-met a friend of a friend, a young woman who's a physician, who's a psychiatrist. Maybe she's a doctor. I don't know if she's a physician, she's a psychiatrist. Anyway, went to medical school. So we were out, they ate, I didn't, because I don't eat multiple times a day. I eat once, I eat earlier. And anyway, I was great. And so she offered me, some of her stuff, super sweet, do you want to try this? I'm good, thank you so much. And I said, it's so funny because I've eaten once a day for like 8 years, and I've been working with fat burners for 13. I used to eat twice a day, and now I eat once a day. I don't, for me, it's so normal, right? Like, I don't even think about it. I don't think about it being, surprising or, shocking. So anyway, so her response back was, wow, you're so disciplined. And I thought, oh, no, I just said it's, I've been doing this for so long. This is how I help people. And the reason why I do it is because it's so easy. And I said, I'm not hungry all day. And then I went on to say something about, I said, oh, it's so good. It's so good because it helps us to keep insulin low, which is what enables, I'm like, it's so good to keep insulin low. And she chimed in and said, for diabetics. And my jaw dropped. And I thought, well, oh my God, of course for diabetics, but for everyone, so that we never get anywhere near such a thing as diabetes. And so I didn't, I was more kind of in shock. And I will say this, my nature, if people are excited and they want to hear about fat burning, oh my God, you only eat once a day, that's amazing, where there's kind of a positive attitude around it, I will totally share the joys of fat burning and why it's so important to keep insulin low regarding longevity, inflammation, the ability to use your own fat for energy, metabolic health, which is what diabetes is a result of poor metabolic health, keeping your blood sugar stable, energy up, human growth hormone levels higher, with it, collagen, thank you so much, slowing aging as a lifestyle because you're eating less frequently. Each time you eat, you are telling your cells to divide. And so at any rate, but it just kind of stopped me in my tracks. And so her dismissive comment at the end was well, good for you. Good for you that works for you. And I thought, well, yeah, and this is how we work. And so it was just kind of eye-opening to me. And again, this woman, very smart, sweethearted, heavy, young, eating half of her burger and fries, wrapping it up. And I just thought, shit, her attitude was so dismissive. And I just thought, you have no idea how consequential eating often is, or not. So anyway, I just wanted to bring this up because I listened to another video by a health professional, an influencer that I follow and respect, and she made the statement that due to all of the freaking bullshit that is going on in our world today, namely our country, and kind of having the understanding that it's big business is controlling a lot, including the medical field, including prescriptions, our food supply. And so the thing that she encouraged, which I just want to double down on, is listening to yourself. This is actually what we do. I just made my like tuna, onion, relish, light mayo over like warm cabbage. This is like the main event of my meal. I was reminded of the fact that like this is what we do in fat burning, which is we get the body situated to use our fat for energy, and then we continue to listen to ourselves. We listen to ourselves starting day one. Am I hungry? What do I need? I start with this, I move to that. Do I need more? And then with our fat burning, our biological markers, we're always reinforcing we're always aware of where we are, and we're always reinforcing where we want to be because of our behaviors. And so with fat burning, it is all about listening and responding, getting set up, having the tools, knowing what behaviors to do, and then listening and responding. I made another podcast go how to it was something like how to deal with conflicting information. And the deal is, the way to deal with conflicting information ultimately is to determine what you think might be valuable, and then you need to try it. And then you need to see what it does for you. And when you do that, you are always relying on you. You're relying on your body's response, your truth. And so her bringing this up made me realize that now more than ever, it is important for you to be clear about you versus blindly listening to some authority to tell you to do X, Y, Z, and not really knowing whether, like, what you should be doing, what's going on in the meantime. Again, hopefully we all have professionals, medical professionals in our life that we trust. But what was so alarming to me last night was like, you're just out of medical school. Like, this isn't, like, hopefully you were learning up-to-date shit. None of that related to the body and metabolic health, which is kind of a large amount of your health, also pertaining to having a healthy waistline, is like being taught. And so as something that's so basic, as far as I'm concerned, that's so foundationally supportive, like, this was like crazy talk as far as she was concerned. So I just put that out there. Stay educated, listen to people who have what you want, honestly, see what they're saying, try it out. If it works, great. If it doesn't, like, move on. But I feel like now more than ever, like, to being conspicuous consumers, put your money where your mouth is. Like, please, not with big business. It is freaking everywhere. Hopefully we are dismantling this system, honestly, soon. But don't blindly follow someone and ignore your innate intelligence, knowledge, wisdom, feedback, because you will be susceptible to just continue to be blown around. And it's so much more calming, freeing, solidifying to kind of have your navigation and assessment system be your own. Okay? So I just wanted to share all of that. That really kind of stopped me up short last night. Okay? So, if you're a woman who would like to be doing things that are both easier to lose weight, but also preventative and useful for health in general, please consider fat burning. Please consider going through a mitochondrial reconstruction and understanding what to do to both create change and to help prevent bullshit issues that we don't want later on. Okay? I hope that was great. Be in touch for any reason. Check out our sugar quiz below. Thank you for being here. Love to you. Happy Valentine's Day. And until next time.